Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 257. My name is Jason Erpeling. I'm the broker of buy and sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm laughing because we survived the great blackout of 2026. We were just about to record and the lights went out in the house. Too many Christmas lights on still. I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and buy and sell DVC.com.
And today is January 7th, 2026. 11 months is December 7th, 2026, and 7 months is August 7th, 2026. No confusion on that this week. If you were watching last week, there might have been a little confusion. We're going to go right into the buy and sell side of things. And, excuse me, this might be Captain Obvious, but I would say the number one reason people buy more points is that they are in a period of using all of their points. And the number one reason people put their G's up for sale is because they are struggling to use their points. So this is really, it boils down to, let's see, what's my goal here?
I don't know what your goal is. I feel like there's reasons, money, there's lots of reasons, but I'm like, the reason they buy is they need more points. That's definitely true. And the thing is, a lot of times people get add-on-itis is that you buy a certain amount of points and then, you realize, I want more. Ooh, these studios are great. Oh my gosh, we tried a one bedroom. Those one bedrooms are wonderful. Now I want to only stay in one bedroom. So you want more points because you're using them and you realize that you want to get bigger, nicer rooms or bigger at nicer places. So there's always lots of people adding on. That's what I've done over the years. I know it's what you've done over the years too.
And then if you have more people coming with you or something happens.
You sit there, you're like, oh, I want to bring my parents now. Bring the grandparents down with us because I want them to see it with the kids. And there's always something. Or your kids got girlfriends. Or my son has a birthday party. Let's rent a grand villa or a 2-bedroom for the night so we can have the kids come hang out too. So you always run out of points. There's always reasons why you're running out of points.
Right, and then a reason people put their deeds up for sale is because they're struggling to use their points for whatever reason. Like I put on here, like we had a trip that we were supposed to be over Thanksgiving at Vero. We had to cancel that trip. We didn't go to Vero, so I don't have a Vero report for you. And then we were supposed to go 3 nights over New Year's, jump in the pool. We had to cancel that, so I don't have a report for you. So,
sad times at the Earthful.
Sad times. But, luckily
he'll be back. Don't worry.
Scott did make me feel better, though, because he's, his kids announced like a year in advance they didn't want to go anywhere for spring break.
Yep. Right now my kids got the option of going away for spring break and they're like, we'd rather just stay home and relax. And, we always go away. I want to see my friends or I want to mellow out at home. And like, you guys are ruining all the fun. His kids ruin everything.
So, and I think I've finally reached my, what my goal was here.
Oh, good.
So,
all the way back around, folks. Here we go. Here's where Jason was going.
So the nice thing is you have the option of renting out your points.
You do.
So that is really the key to victory with DVC because this is unlike, a lot of people pitch their timeshare where they say, I have to buy the week of Thanksgiving and I have to use that week every year. No, you're buying points. You can stay at different resorts. You can stay 1 night, 2 nights, 5 nights. You can stay in a studio. You can stay in the 2-bedroom. But being able to rent out your points when you run into the situation where you're struggling to use your points, but you don't want to sell your ownership. You don't want to give up your ownership. You need to be able to rent out your points. And, some people, a few months ago, Disney made the announcement, if you go online, people were, they would say crack down on people renting out their points. And, and I don't know if people say this, if they're being serious, but they basically said, like rentals are going to stop. There's going to be no more rentals, Well, it's never going to happen. Rentals are always going to exist. Nothing has really changed since that, correct?
Not knock on wood, nothing has changed at all. I think there were a lot of people who were upset that there were individual people who would buy thousands and thousands of points and just go and book hard to get confirmed reservations to sell to make money as a business. And Disney didn't want them doing that. So now they ask you that if you're booking a room, is this for personal use or for, business use? And I mean, as long as you're not renting out all of your points, just to make money and just buy thousands and thousands of points. I mean, I haven't heard, again, knock on wood, I haven't heard any single bit of feedback from it yet. No blowback, no issues, no anything. I think it's mostly just to try to get the people who were, I don't know, kind of abusing the system. I don't like that either. I used to see the same people on Diz boards or on Facebook pages that, they'd list 50 reservations that they had for sale, and all of them were for more than 7 months out. And it was all the hardest to get reservations. I mean, they were literally just buying points and just booking the hardest to get rooms just to sell it to make money. And so a lot of times they charge even higher rates because they had the tougher to get rooms. So I think it was mostly a lot of people complaining about people like that, and this was Disney's way of trying to combat it. I don't know if it's done anything. I don't know if those people have really stopped renting or what's happened, but again, I have not seen anything from anybody else post anything on that. So it's very, very quiet since day 3 after the announcement.
The rental market hasn't changed, and then some people will also say, "Oh, Disney's trying to, eliminate resales, DVC resale." Well, that's not the case. I mean, you're always going to have people that are needing to sell their membership, whatever the reason may be. So resales are always going to exist. Rentals are always going to exist, and really, for the whole system to work, you need all of those things to exist, because if legitimately Disney, said you can't rent out your points at all, you can only make reservations. I mean, there would be so many listings on the market. It would be insane, the number of listings. And then on the flip side, people going into it, if they weren't allowed to rent out their points, you'd have so few buyers out there, because again, a buyer may need to rent out their points. Maybe they only have to rent out their points once every 5 years, but they still want that option. So without that option for them, you'd have even less people buying. So
you're spending a lot of money for a timeshare, and to sit there and say, I'm never, if there's a year I can't go, if something happens, I'm in the hospital, I can never get out of my points. I'm locked in no matter what. I mean, they can't do that. Nobody would want to buy it knowing that there's zero flexibility, that you can never use them for anything else. You can't give them to a friend. You can't rent them. You can't do anything with them. It would be relatively useless. I mean, or you have to drop the price to make it so it made fiscal sense to sit there and say, yeah, if I miss a year or two, it's not a big deal because it's so cheap, which it's never going to be.
So I just, really, I put on, so a golf clap to Scott and his team.
Hey.
For, helping everybody out there who needs to sell their points, because it is a necessary thing with DVC, because you're going to come across times when you need to run out your points. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we are very, very busy. There's always DVC members that need to rent out their points. And, the majority of these people did not buy DVC with the purpose of renting out their points. They bought them to use as a family. And sometimes you can't go. Sometimes you're sick. Sometimes you lose your job. Sometimes the kids grow up. Stuff happens in life. But it's nice to know that if you ever you can't make it to Disney, there's avenues out there that, can help you recoup your money.
Absolutely. And now we're on to the food review of the week with Scott.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So a couple weeks ago, I saw that Art Smith's Homecoming at Disney Springs had some new items on their menu. So I wanted to go over there, and I tried their new Southern Cobb salad for $22. It's smoked turkey with corn, cheese, avocado, onions, pecan smoked bacon, cucumber, tomato, and a sliced hard-boiled egg, served over spring mix and romaine with a choice of dressing. Now, I eat all of my salads with blue cheese dressing, but unfortunately they don't have blue cheese at the restaurant, so the server suggested I try their icebox dressing, which I was told was more of a ranch with a kick. So I got that. So $22 for Cobb salad is definitely on the high side, but I felt like they gave you a good amount of toppings, and it was a relatively good value. Smoked turkey was very good, and overall it was just a very good salad. I definitely would have preferred it with blue cheese, and it might have gotten a higher score had they had the blue cheese, but that's not the salad's fault. So overall, I still give it an 8.3, and if they have a dressing that you like, definitely it's a great option. It's one of the healthier items on the menu, one of the only healthy items on the menu. The rest of my family were enjoying the fried chicken thighs on the biscuits and their famous macaroni and cheese, while I looked on longingly eating my sad little salad. But overall, actually very, very good salad. Again, a little expensive. It's Disney. It's fine. But a lot of times you get Cobb salad. It depends. This loaded with toppings. So it's not like Disney cheaped out on it. Homecoming did a very good job with the salad.
And now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
And right before I go to the DVC Rental side, Homecoming, get some damn blue cheese on your menu, for God's sake. I want blue cheese dressing. So I want to rank the Disney Vacation Club resorts for adults, again, DVC only side. So I try to pick I listed the top one and kind of like going down the list of which one's the best for adults. Number one, I had the Grand Floridian Villas. It's the most elegant, upscale of all of them. Access to top tier dining and lounges. They've got the full service spa senses, and it's got refined ambiance, easy access to the monorail. A lot of people do monorail crawls. I'm not pushing that, but you have a lot of access to it. Also ideal for it's romantic and like celebratory trips. Second one on here I have as the Riviera. It's the most modern. It's got European feel to it. Easy access on the skyline at Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You got sophisticated rooftop, and you got Topolino's dining on top. Quiet pools. It's very, very nice, very convenient, nice, beautiful aesthetic at the resort. Lots of artwork all around the resort as well. Third one on my list, I had Bay Lake Tower. I'm going to try to cut down a little bit because I've gone through. I did all of them, so I'll go through it quickly. Third up was Bay Lake Tower. Personally, I could probably have this one a little bit lower. It's got great access on the monorail, modern rooms. It's not very, I would say, least kid-friendly resort in my opinion, but it is also walking distance to Magic Kingdom, so there are a lot of families there, and it's really great for kids that way. But you got the on a monorail route, so great access for nightlife and dinner. Convenient and nice view of the fireworks. Fourth one, I've got Beach Club, probably best pool on complex, short walk to Epcot, upscale and relaxed seaside village. Boardwalk, very, very similar, same exact access to everything. Really nice, you have nice romantic walks along the boardwalk in the evening. Next one, I've got Boulder Ridge at Wilderness Lodge, rustic, it's romantic. Cozy adult feel, woodsy. You got the fireplaces at both the villas and in the main lobby. Just really nice options. Great Geyser Point bar there as well. Great food and drinks. Polynesian is number 7. It's a tropical vibe, beach vibe. View the fireworks. Trader Sam's for the adults, really fun. 8. We've got Animal Kingdom. I combined Kidani and Jambo. The stomach keeps growling. Unique, sophisticated theming, great restaurants, Savannah views, really, really nice. 9th, I got Old Key West on there, laid back, big roomy feels, Florida vibe, great for adults. And then, I mean, this one's, I think another one that's probably a lot of adults. It's the first one's built, so a lot of adults now, not as kid friendly, very peaceful overall. So I could probably move that one up a little bit if I'm being honest. And Saratoga Springs, quiet, spread out resort, many low crowd pools. Both Old Key West and Saratoga Springs also have golf options, so really nice as well. But yep, that is.
I thought Copper Creek would be in the top 3.
Well, but,
have it in the top. There's not even on this list.
Copper Creek and Boulder Ridge. It's all Wilderness Lodge. It's all Wilderness Lodge. It's top 6. It could be up there. This isn't the definitive. I'm looking at this now and I'm going. Truthfully, Old Key West should probably be up higher because again, not a ton of kids at Old Key West. I mean, there's still lots of kids, but being the first one built, there's a lot of the people have grown up and a lot of the kids have grown up and grown out of it. So it's more of an adult crowd, Jimmy Buffett music, reggae, more relaxing, Key West vibe. So that one is probably more adults. But I was thinking more of like a date night type thing. Which one's like the most romantic? Which one's like the most elegant food, the nicest stuff, like that type of thing. But like Old Key West could move up the list too. Bay Lake Tower, again, could possibly move down a little bit. It's what do you think? Please go in the comments.
I say Copper Creek's top 3 for me.
Copper Creek's top 3.
I don't know why, but I just say.
You're welcome to think that. Copper Creek is a beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I can't really argue against it too much. It's a fantastic resort. It kind of has an adulty vibe. I mean, it's not like kids running everywhere. beautifully wood-themed lobby, you know, again, the fireplace, you've got the river that runs in the lobby, you've got Geyser Point Grill. I mean, it's
Ducks in the pool in the morning.
ducks in the pool. I mean, that's an absolutely beautiful resort. And I mean, it could very easily make a top 3.
I think of Copper Creek. I think of Old Key West. And probably Riviera.
Okay. I agree. Hey, in the comments section, put down your top 3, everybody. Go in there, let us know what your top 3 is, and let us know why. Let us know why I'm wrong. Feel free to rip into me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode at least. Maybe everybody might be yelling at their screens right now, going, "How could you do that, Scott? Why in the world would you have this? How is Animal Kingdom at Jumbo House not in your top 3? At that big, beautiful lobby, just sitting there, like, feel free. I mean, it's the problem is they're all so different. They're all so beautiful. They all have their pros for kids. They all have their pros for adults. It's kind of hard to pick your top 3, and I think I'm about to get flamed here. So enjoy.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.